got the green.
I'm green.
He's green. Show me your underwear. I'm just guessing.
I didn't get these till they matched. I had first this and then these, and
Okay, amazing.
never worn them together.
Nice indeed. Nice crowd.
Ah,
It's wonderful to see you. It's certainly a thrill. It's such a lovely audience. I'd like to take you home with us.
But we can't take you home.
Story of my life.
you ready?
Cut me off. No, I do it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. It was 20 years ago today. Sergeant Pepper taught the band to play. They've been going in and out of style, but they're guaranteed to raise a smile. So may I introduce to you the actor known for all these years, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Yeah. Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Hope you will enjoy the show. Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Sit back and let your evening go. Sergeant Pepper's lonely, Sergeant Pepper's lonely, Sergeant Pepper's lonely, Sergeant Pepper's lonely clubhouse band. It's wonderful to see you, it's certainly a thrill. You're such a lovely audience, we'd like to take you home with us, we'd love to take you home. I don't really want to stop the show, but I thought you might like to know that the singer gonna sing a song, and she wants you all to sing along. So may I introduce to you the one and only Billy Shears, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
All right, so welcome to Third Thursday at the Unitarian Church of Lincoln, where there are more people in this room than I have seen in a very, very long time. So I'm Oscar Sinclair. This is the A Street Band. We are so glad to be here. Our theme for the evening is that we don't really have a theme for the evening. Back like 9 months ago, when we were planning the arc of the year, we sit down with calendars and we say, all right, what's going on in March for this service? What's going on March 17th? March 17th is St. Patrick's Day. It's also the third Thursday of the month. It's also Purim this year. Surely we can do something with this combination of one pre-planned service and two holidays all existing. That must make a great, cohesive worship service. Well, as it turns out, our band is a little bit diminished in membership this month, and I've spent the last 2 weeks recovering from COVID. So what was a bunch of disparate elements hopefully coming together into a cohesive whole in a worship service is now a bunch of disparate elements that will hopefully come together in a cohesive whole sometime in the next hour. This is, in a very real way, then improvisational worship, which is okay since that is the idea of these services from the very beginning. We said that we would create services on the third Thursday of the month different than what we do on Sunday morning. The light is different. The music is different. We can play around with the form of worship a little bit. We use contemporary music at these services because we know, as some of our friends put it, that revelation is not sealed, that there is wisdom to be found in many parts of the world. So we bring our whole selves to worship every time we're here. This is not simply a service about what's going on in our head, or even what's going on in our heart, or what's going on in our mind. It is about being together in shared space, in shared time. So clap along, sing along, dance along if you like. The first couple rows of chairs are missing. Be here with your whole self. So let's get started.
Okay. I saw her there from afar. Her hair gray charcoal takes a drag from her tar. I kissed her, a smile, but her blood red shot eyes said the sun never shines on closed doors. It's been 8 long years since I saw the woman who labored since the day I was born. These wrinkles now face to that cold, dark, damp place where the sun never shines on closed doors. She said the sun never shines on closed doors. I open to find only hurricanes blow. Take me away to the green fields of May, where the sun never shines on closed doors. Death comes like a thief in the night to steal while you sleep the soul's frickling light. Well, maybe it's then she said I'll see you again, 'cause the sun never shines on closed doors. She said the sun never shines on closed doors. Hoping to find only hurricanes blow. Take me away to the green fields of May, 'cause the sun never shines on closed doors. We all go the same way home. We all go the same way home. Yeah, we all go the same way home. Yeah, we all go the same way home. We all go the same way home. Yeah, we all go the same way home. Yeah, we all go the same way home. Yeah, we all go the same way home. Way home. We all go the same way home. Going home.
So we all have the same way home, but we get to choose how we get there. How we will respond to the world. This is one of the things that we preach over and over and over again in these services and in this space. How will we respond to the world? I got to tell you, just candidly, I am tired tonight. I'm still kind of putting myself together after COVID. Putting myself together also after a week where our 4-year-old, who shall remain nameless for this story, was the first to get sick and spent 12 hours mildly ill, and then a week where her mom and I were much sicker than she was. This is for me to talk into, kiddo. So I actually don't know if I'm tired because I'm still recovering from being sick or if I'm tired from trying to keep up with my daughter. Little column A, little column B. But, we said that tonight was going to be about celebration. We said it was going to be about St. Patrick's Day and Purim and Third Thursday and all these absolutely wild holidays. And so we have a choice. And so I want to begin with a poem by Daniel Ladinsky. This book claims to be a translation of the poetry of Hafiz, but as it turns out, Daniel Ladinsky, who is the translator, doesn't actually know Persian. So, it is interpretations of Hafiz by Daniel Ladinsky. But he writes this poem, Cast All Your Votes for Dancing, where he says, I know the voice of depression still calls to you. I know those habits that can ruin your life still send their invitations. But you are with the friend now and look so much stronger. You can stay that way and even bloom. Keep squeezing drops of the sun from your prayers and work and music and from your companion's beautiful laughter. Keep squeezing drops of the sun from the sacred hands and glance of your beloved and, my dear, from the most insignificant moments of your own holy body. Learn to recognize the counterfeit coins that may buy you just a moment of pleasure, but then drag you for days like a broken man behind a farting camel. You are with the friend now. Let what actions of yours delight him, what actions of yours bring freedom and love. Whenever you say God's name, dear pilgrim, my ears wish my head was missing, so they could finally kiss each other and applaud all your wisdom. Oh, keep squeezing drops of the sun from your prayers and work and music and your companion's beautiful laughter. Now, sweet one, be wise. Cast all your votes for dancing. We'll keep going.
Speaking of camels farting, I'm singing this next one. Don't get too cocky because we're going to make all of you sing later on. Up and down the puppy's hair, fleas and ticks jump everywhere 'cause of original sin. Down the hill fell Jack and Jill and you came tumbling after 'cause of original sin. Yeah, rip away the tears, drink a hope to happy years, and you may find a lifetime has passed you by. What would you say? Don't drop the big one if you a monkey on a string. Or don't cut my lifeline, you a doggy on a chain. Don't bite the mailman, what would you say? I was was there when the bear ate his head. He thought it was a candy. Everyone goes in the end. Knock, knock on the door, who's it for? There's nobody in here. Look in the mirror, my friend, I don't understand at best. Cannot speak for all the rest of the morning lies. A lifetime has passed me by. What would you say? Don't drop the big one if you a monkey on a string. Don't cut my lifeline, you a doggy on a chain. Don't bite the mailman, what would you say? Every dog has its day, every day has its way of being forgotten. Mom, it's my birthday, would you say? What would you say? What would you say? What would you say? Hey, what could you say? What would you say? Was there when the bear ate his head and thought it was a candy. Everyone goes in the end. Knock, knock on the door, who's it for? There's nobody in here. Well, look in the mirror, my friend, I don't understand at best. Cannot speak for all the rest. The morning lies, a lifetime has passed me by. What would you say?
All right. So we have a couple holidays going on today. And the first one that we're going to talk about is the holiday of Purim. And by way of introducing this video that we're about to play, Ailish, there's about to be a video on the big screen behind me. Purim is a retelling of the Book of Esther every year, and it is not a G-rated story, and I knew putting this together that I was going to have to figure out some way to tell it. Turns out, the Israeli version of Sesame Street has retold the story of Purim in Sesame Street fashion. So rather than read the Book of Esther, as would be traditional tonight, we're going to watch the Sesame Street version. So we'll go to that now.
Anybody's birthday today?
A long time ago, there was a king named Ahasuerus who ruled the kingdom of Shushan.
Aha! I rule! I'm king!
But King Ahasuerus was lonely, so he decided to look for a new queen.
I'm lonely. I will hold a contest to find a new queen.
So the king put up signs everywhere to find a new queen. In the town of Shushan, there lived a very smart, charming Jewish girl named Esther.
Esther, look, the king is holding a contest for a new queen.
Esther's cousin, Mordecai, believed Esther could become the new queen, so Esther entered the contest.
What is your favorite thing to do?
Ride a bicycle.
Hey, that's my favorite thing to do. Let's be king and queen.
Meanwhile, there was a wicked, wicked man named Haman. Haman was the king's helper.
What are you looking at? Blah.
Haman thought he was better than everyone. Haman made people bow down to him, but Mordecai refused.
I won't bow down to you. I'm Jewish. It's against my beliefs. And besides, I have a bad back.
Haman was furious. Haman went to the king and told the king to send all the Jews away.
First, one Jew won't bow down to me. Then, the next thing you know, all of them won't bow down to me.
I'm busy. Do whatever you want.
When Mordecai found out about Haman's evil plan, he asked Esther to let the king know that she's Jewish to get the king's help.
Esther is afraid to tell the king. The king might get cranky.
Please, speak to the king. You are our only hope.
Okay, Estelle will do it.
Esther, I didn't expect you today. Tell me what you want. Up to half of my kingdom, it's yours.
Esther invites the king and the man to a banquet.
Esther explained Haman's plan to the king.
Haman wants to send you away? That would be terrible.
Haman's plan backfired, and the king sent Haman away forever instead. Everyone in the kingdom of Shushan shouted with joy. Queen Esther saved the day and the Jewish people.
One person can make a big difference. Happy Purim!
It's the whole of the book of Esther, right there. One of my mentors was an Israeli professor of religion and summed up most Jewish holidays as variations on a single theme. They tried to kill us. We're still here. Let's eat. And Purim may be the most straightforward of those stories. God, him or herself, does not appear in the book of Esther. And it's a pretty harrowing tale, even in the Sesame Street version. You can infer what's in the non-Sesame Street version. In the Torah, there's this. In English, it goes, Haman said to the king, there is a certain people scattered and dispersed among the other peoples in all the provinces of your realm, not right now, kiddo, whose laws are different than those of any other people and who do not obey the king's laws, and it is not in your majesty's interest to tolerate them. That is almost certainly one of the first written records of ancient anti-Semitism. Lies that have echoed through history in almost that exact same form. But Purim as a holiday is not defined by that anti-Semitism. It's not a holiday about mourning. It's a holiday about survival and joy. Indeed, the commandment on Purim, in some versions of the holiday, in the versions that my Israeli professor would celebrate, is to ring noisemakers and boo loudly every time Haman is mentioned in the story. And to celebrate, perhaps with wine, until you cannot tell the difference in the story between the name Haman and the name Mordecai. And so the celebration ends by just wildly ringing noisemakers whenever anybody's name comes up, to drown everything else out in joyful noise, to cast, in other words, all your votes for dancing. And so now, in one of those subtle and nuanced transitions that Third Thursdays are known for, over to Bob to talk about the next song.
Thank you, thank you. So in addition to this being one of many holidays today, today is also my 16th wedding anniversary. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. We got married on St. Patrick's Day, and it was a dry wedding. That's evangelical in-laws for you. Anyway, she is not here tonight because she is working at a Unitarian church in Omaha tonight, and I am here with all of you lovely people, so we're celebrating this weekend. But I thought maybe I could play something musically for her, and so this is a song that I wrote for her called Basements. And the story behind this song is that at one point when we were younger, Ashley and I have been together since we were 18. One point when we were younger, we were living apart. She was in Virginia and I was going to school in Tennessee, and we were beyond broke. I mean, beyond broke. Of course, $20 in gas would get me from Tennessee to Virginia back in those days. But it was our birthday. Our birthday is 4 days apart, and we had absolutely no money. And I managed to scrounge together $9 whole, and I went to Staples, and I bought a little music notebook and a picture frame, and I wrote a song for her. And all I had was the melody, because at that point I was far too dumb and uneducated to know what I was doing. But it was just the melody, and I said, I promise I'll finish it for you someday. And it's called Basements because the first 4 or 5 or 6 years of our relationship, we were just living in people's basements. My bedroom was in a basement that I moved out of my family home. I would go to visit her. My in-laws have a 3-story townhouse. She'd be on the 3rd floor. I'd be in the basement. We ended up moving in with a family member while I was at the University of Tennessee, and we were living in his basement. So much like some sort of root vegetable, we were growing our love in basements. And so this is Basements.
So March 17th is also the feast day of St. Patrick. The story goes, as he wrote in his autobiography, they didn't call it that in the 4th century, that when the future St. Patrick was 16 years old, he was kidnapped by pirates while walking along the shore and taken to Ireland, where he worked in servitude as a shepherd for years until escaping back to England. He then became a monk and then was one of the first missionaries, one of the first Christian missionaries coming back to Ireland. But St. Patrick's Day as a cultural phenomenon is more recent than the 4th century. Even 2 generations ago, the idea that we should wear green on March 17th or the leprechauns will come pinch us, as Ailish informed me last night, would have been bizarre. But one of the things in the last few generations to come out of the revival of Irish culture and music was a revival of a particularly Celtic form of Christian spirituality, going all the way back to the 4th century and St. Patrick. A kind of spirituality that was grounded in a particular history and a particular place and a particular understanding of our relationship with the world around us. This is a blessing out of that tradition by the 20th century Celtic poet John O'Donoghue, who writes, "As stillness in stone is silence to wed. May solitude foster your truth in word. As a river flows in ideal sequence, may your soul reveal when time is present. As the moon absolves the dark of distance, may your style of thought bridge the difference. As the breath of light awakens color, may the dawn anoint your eyes with wonder. As spring rain softens the earth with surprise, may your winter places be kissed by light. As the ocean dreams to the joy of dance, may the grace of change bring you elegance. As clay anchors a tree in light and wind, may your outer life grow from peace within. As twilight pervades the belief of night, may beauty sleep lightly within your heart. Go to this next song. I believe this one.
Larry, can you go to the next slide? Remember when I said that we were going to make you all sing? Now is the time. We're going to play a lovely little Scottish tune called Loch Lomond. Our very own Scotsman here, Reed, is going to sing it. But there is a group singing component that's in English, sort of. So what we have on top is the original, and on the bottom is how it's phonetically spelled. Ho-mo-lianen. Say that with me. Ho-mo-lianen. Ho-mo-lianen voyak. Ho-mo-lianen voyak. Right? So what you're going to hear is we're going to play this nice little tune, and then you're going to hear, and that's when everybody starts.
That's your cue.
Right? So listen for the band to sing it a little bit, and then join in and help us out.
Can we give them a sample?
Go for it.
All right. Everybody or just me? Ready?
No, everybody. You want me to do the drums?
Yeah.
All right, here's how it'll go. Ready?
Ho, ho, my linen. Ho, ho, my linen. Royak. Ho, ho, my linen. Ho, my linen. Royak. Ho, ho, my linen. Ho, ho, my linen. Royak.
Good. I think Reed's got the spirit. He's a little quick. Right? So it'll be more like, ho, ho, my linen, boy, young, ho, my linen, boy. It's a little bit slower. Reed's just very excited to be playing for you all tonight.
Hey, are we getting sound out of
You
it?
gonna try it one more time with him? Can you give him one more go through?
Try it a little bit
Here we go.
slower.
1, 2, 3.
Ho,
ho, my linen.
Ho, ho, my linen, Royak. Ho, ho, my linen.
Still a little quick.
Really?
Ho, my linen, boy, young, ho, my linen, boy, ho, my linen, boy, young, ho, my linen.
Damn.
Reed's just very excited to sing this for you.
That's not how we practiced it.
You'll hear it. I promise you it is.
His wife is
You'll
in
hear
the
it.
audience.
You'll hear it. You'll hear it. All right, here we
Are
go.
we good over here? You can hear it? All right. By yon bonny banks, by yon bonny braes, where the sun shines bright on Loch Lomond, well, me and my true love spend many happy days on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. 'Twas there that we parted in yon shady glen, oh, on the steep side of Ben Lomond. There in purple hue the Highland Hills review, and the sun coming out of the gloaming. Oh, ye take the high road, and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland before yon never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. The wee birdies sing and the wildflowers spring. In the sunshine, the waters are sleeping, but the broken heart, it can second spring, and the weary foamy seas fray their greeting. Well, ye take the high road and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland behind ya, but me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. Ye take the high road and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland behind ya, but me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. Oh, ye take the high road, I'll take the low road, I'll be in Scotland behind ya, but me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. Oh, ye take the high road and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland behind ya, but me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. Oh, ye take the high road and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland behind ya, but me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond, on the bonny, bonny banks of the bonny, bonny banks, on the bonny, bonny banks of the bonny, bonny banks, the bonny, bonny banks, on the bonny, bonny banks, on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond.
Not too bad for a Scotsman.
The enterprising among you might note that Scotland and Ireland are separated by a whole ocean. But they share a musical and poetic tradition. So both of these celebrations that we're marking this evening, St. Patrick's Day and Purim, both of these traditions, Jewish and Celtic, have at heart a kind of melancholy to them. The stories that they tell are often stories of loss, and they are also stories told with joy. In the next 2 Sundays, we're going to be talking about this a little bit. This Sunday, we'll be unpacking this, what it means to hold both loss and joy at the same time. And then a week later, we're just going to abandon all loss and just lean into joy for a Sunday. But as we start to close out this evening, we might think of, what does this look like in the States? Songs of loss that are also joyful. So I think you could do worse than the blues. So that's where we'll end it.
Before we do this last one, I'm going to introduce the band who has been incredible. Mark Schiffler on keys and accordion. Michelle Dobsowitz on guitar and vocals. Reed Maley, who brought everything but the kitchen sink, guitar, bass, vocals, chocolates. Thank Reed for the chocolates. How about a little blues, Mark?
And our fearless leader, Bob Fusen, thank you very much.
Don't you make me late, honey, hey. Baby, don't you wanna go back to that same old place? Oh, sweet home Chicago. Look there, brother, baby, see what I mean, honey, hey. Baby, don't you wanna go back to that same old place? Oh, sweet home Chicago. Well, come on, Chicago. Back to that same old love. Oh, sweet home Chicago.
By closing it out. So, before we draw this service to a close, I do just want to talk about the next 2 Third Thursday services that are coming up. First of all, the third Thursday in April, we're going to give the band a month off. Because I'm going to talk about May next, and it's going to take 2 months to get May ready. So in April, the third Thursday in April is also the Thursday before Easter. And so you might remember, if you've been around for a while, that the last 5 years or so, the Thursday before Easter is, in the church that I came up in, was the one time that we did communion through the whole year. And so we do that. I've done that every year. And usually half a dozen people come. It's not a big thing, but if it is a thing that you're ever interested in participating in, we sit, we tell the story, we break bread, we drink wine or grape juice. And then, this is the fun one, in May, back in the fall of 2019, so long ago, we set up a big old tent out on the patio, and we did a Universalist, we said, what would happen if you took a tent revival, except took out all of the... Crazy shit. Yeah. And did it in the year of our Lord, 2019 then, with this band and these people in this spot. And it was great. And we said, we're going to do it again. And then 3 months later, COVID hit. And then we said, fine, we'll do it in the summer of 2020, and we're going to do it even better. We're going to bring our associate, or our affiliated community minister. Kimberly Debus is going to fly out here from New York, and she's going to do it with us in the summer of 2020. And then Delta happened. And then 2021, yeah. Omicron canceled it, yeah. So this is the fourth. This is the third attempt at this service, but we're going to do it. I talked to Kimberly this morning. We've got the beginnings of a set list. We've got a theme. We've got a band. And we've got 2 months to rehearse. So that one's going to be fun. That'll be the third Thursday in May. Somebody that has a calendar can shout out the May 19th. It'll be May 19th. We'll hope that the weather is good, and we'll have a lot of fun with it. For now, though, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for bearing with us as I have both utterly failed at parenting and did a service. And for now, go in peace, and thank you.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go in peace, go in kindness, go in love, go in faith. Leave the day amazing grace. Let us go into the dark. I'm not afraid, not alone. Let us hope by some good pleasure safely to arrive at home. Let us hope by some good pleasure safely to arrive at home. Let's knock this out. Go in peace, y'all.
Mark Schiffler, Michelle Dobbs. Oh.
Mark Schiffler, Michelle Dobbs.